Alright, hey guys, and welcome back to part 2 of today's daily ICYFAR week number 1. So just to refresh anyone who's just been joining us, the challenge for last week, which we're casting today, was you are only allowed to take the gas geysers in your main. So far we've seen a PvP, we've actually seen 2 wins. Remember when you submit your replays, they don't have to be wins. As long as it's an entertaining game, it's always got a good chance of being cast. So far we've seen a PvP win with mass charge lot only off a single gas geyser. We've just seen a crazy low economy ZVP where our Zerg player did a bunch of Baneling drops and just fought against a 2-base Warp Prism inside his base for about 10 straight minutes until he finally edged it out. So we are going to be diving into our Terran replay. It is going to be a TVP for this final game. It's going to be a Master Level one. I do want to say though, guys, please submit your replays. Even if you're Bronze, Silver, Gold, or Platinum, please submit your reps. And the next week's challenge is you are only allowed to attack once you have over 90 workers. So get on that, have fun trying to win with planetary fortresses and 5 billion units and then just being as cost inefficient as you like because you've got 90 drones. Grill. See ya. Alright guys, so we're going to dive on into that final game and let's take a look at it. Alright, this one's been submitted by Riglinium, spawning up here in the top left. It is Riglinium. I always laugh at this Pig's Pan clan. I always forget about that image. Alright, so spawning down here in the bottom right hand side of King Sejong Station, it is his opponent. It is Void Reaver. Void Reaver is a pretty good player. So he's on the Psystorm gaming community team. Psystorm, pretty awesome team. Void Reaver's been improving quite a bit. And this is going to be a TVP. So I'd say in this matchup, Terran's not that handicapped in the early stages by only being able to get 2 gases. But as the game progresses, what we're really going to see is, well, you just can't build Liberators, right? Like, you just cannot make Liberators at any point. You're going to be able to make a lot of Marines, a lot of Marauders, a decent amount of Medevacs. You're going to be able to get upgrades on those units. And then you're not really going to be able to add anything else. So you're going to have to go full Maru style. You're either going to have to make something cheeky happen early on, get some edge going, or you're going to have to go full Maru style. But as the game goes on, you're going to have to be more and more Marine focused rather than Marauder focused, and very much just about like mass expanding, getting the mass Marine to just stim in from every direction. Similar to what we saw in game 1 with the mass charge lot PvP, where it's going to be all about throwing in those very cheap mobile units in from every angle and just not caring about them dying because you've got so much mineral income. So we're going to have to see how Wriggle chooses to do it. Does he try to play a more standard game just off a slightly kind of impinged gas income and then only transition to that later on? Or is he just going to start out mass Marine, and just kind of continue it that way? It's going to be interesting to see. Void Reaver coming up with his probe is going to see, oh, there's a depot there, denying the scout, but hey, there's a CC anyway. He knows exactly what's going on. Wriggle on the other side of things also got a scout, saw the cyber core, did not see the second pylon placement. Should have actually stayed in there a bit longer, so Wriggle, not sure if there's going to be some sort of crazy proxy tech in the follow-up. Of course, he knows there's a fast nexus, so he's not too stressed about that. He's got a Reaper which can come in to scout and also double-check that sort of stuff. Behind this, we are going to see the factory going down, as well as a reactor. There is a bunker at the front here for Wriggle. And yeah, Wriggle's going to be coming in with this Reaper and starting to take a peek around, seeing that very fast nexus already finished. That's always an uncomfortable sight, seeing your opponent getting away with a nice bit of economy early on. And there we go. Void Reaver makes his tech decision. He's going to be going for the Twilight Council. Most likely we'd be seeing a Blink opening. That's pretty much the most common thing here in PvT. Very typical. While Wriggle on the other side of things is going to be adding a second barracks. So looking like he will be wanting to focus on that bio play. Maybe going for a Widowmine Marine drop to start out. I know that okay, Widowmine starting, Starport on the way. Looks like it is going to be that play indeed. And a second refinery going down, realizing he's going to need a bit more gas to get those medevacs going. Excuse me, guys. I think I need to give my house a good vacuum. I've been sneezing all morning, man. Ooh. Alright, so Wriggle, did he come in? He hasn't seen the Twilight yet. It's getting to about 3 minutes 40, so he's got to go in with that Reaper probably soon, hop in the back door, try to get an idea of what's going on. We do see a Robo, as well as Blink started and 2 more gateways, so this is a very typical safe expand play from Void Reaver. For Wriggle, he's getting that Engineering Bay in the back, he's getting that Medevac on the way, he's got the Widow Mine, a decent Marine count, he's going to be adding the Tech Lab to start the Stim and then Combat Shield upgrades. Very typical Widow Mine drop opening. This is a really, really good play. It keeps you very safe. You can always use that Medevac to defend any oracles. You can go and, you know, drop your Marines on top of it with a boost and so on. But it just gives you the pressure, the ability to pressure and probe the Protoss players' defenses and really try to figure out exactly what's going on over there. So he's going to be picking up, going straight over, and not going to be going for the blatantly obvious drop path. It's always tempting to just go straight for their natural because it's so close and so exposed. And in this case, there's actually no pylon in position, which is really lazy of Void Reaver in my opinion. And his units aren't in position either. He's actually going to be going for that fast third. But Wriggle's going to be going for the surprise angle, working his way down here, but he's actually going to fly directly over that Nexus, which will give warning to Void Reaver of this attack coming. Meanwhile, he's going to be adding more barracks behind this, getting those reactors down, getting his macro up. And it really does rely, though, on him getting a little bit of damage done with this poke. This is a very fast third Nexus, and oh no, the Observer sees it. He doesn't realize he's boosting past, but Void Reaver warping in Stalkers already. Blink is just seconds from finishing. He's dropping in the side of the main here, trying to be all secretive, but uh-oh, I think Void Reaver's... he's not moving to respond, he's still down in the natural. Oh my god, the Mothership Core's going down. The Widow Mine shoots a probe over the Mothership Core. You are a stupid Widow Mine. Man, I hate Widow Mines sometimes. That Widow Mine just... They always want to, like, shoot the guy that's going to give friendly fire, don't they? Like, the probe that ran towards the Marines, the Widow Mine was like, I have to focus on him. Really, Widow Mine? Really? Great defense from Void Reaver, though. Keeps the Mothership Core alive. Only loses, I believe, a single probe? 2 probes. 2 probes this game. One of those might have just been the Scout as well. I think it was. So at the same time, we're seeing more Marines coming up. This Observer coming in. And keep in mind, this is where the build starts to get affected for Wriggle. He can't take these gases. He's getting a 3rd command center. He's opened up very standard. But from here, he needs to be super reactor focused. He has to be very Marine focused. He can't afford a lot of Marauders in here. He's going to have to make this happen with almost pure Marines. And luckily for him, there are Immortals in the production tab for Void Reaver. Immortals, not the best when you're going up against a pure Marine army. And a big Blink Stalker pressure coming though. Medevacs are already out. Stim is almost done. I think Wriggle's got a decent shot at defending this. But his Marines do not have combat shields. Keep in mind, they're very fragile. But so are those Stalkers. Oh, a couple of Stalkers going down nice and fast. Good pickups here for Wriggle. Oh, if he can get that War Prism, that'll be massive. Both players just staring at each other. And Void Reaver, with a sloppy loss there, loses that War Prism very early on. Templar Archives on the way. Uh-oh. So, you know, you're massing Marines, I see. I think I might upgrade something called Psionic Storm. Let's see how you like that, Terran. That's going to be really scary once that eventually kicks in. Wriggle's going to need to try and get across the map, I think, and put the herd on before that happens. Needs to try and get in there and slow down Void Reaver. He's going... Oh my god! The Stalkers aren't watching! The Stim comes forward. Does get another Stalker. This is costing a lot of Medevac energy, though. Those Medevacs are already very low on energy, so Wriggle's got to be very careful with that. He's going to start trying to push across the map, I think. But 1-1 is on the way. Glaives is on the way. Once all those upgrades finish, then we're going to see a much stronger Void Reaver. Right now, Void Reaver's up about 10 workers. In terms of his units, he's got 2 Adepts at home, he's got 2 Sentries, he's got that Immortal as a bit of an anchor, but this is such a horde of Marines. We've got 38 Marines, a couple of Widow Mines. This is a very big force. He's going to keep on pushing forward. Oh, very nice snipe by Void Reaver on that Widow Mine. Wriggle wants to get damage done right now, but Glaives is getting closer to finish. He's still got a window, though, before Glaives is done. There's only a few Adepts out. There's only 2 Sentries. And Wriggle, I think, though, he might just not have enough units. He may just have to back away here. Yeah. Doing some very nice posturing, though, and here we go. Once he's set up the scary pressure, he's got the Protoss looking at him, picks up, drops in the natural, and now Protoss has to start multitasking. Protoss has to start focusing in multiple areas. Lots of probes going down already. We're already seeing it up to 12 workers killed. Adepts warping in. Glaives aren't done yet, and look at that. Great pickup from Wriggle. He's just going to dive on into the main base. He's got a turret setting up out here. Wriggle being very creative, trying to get rid of those observers. Marines darting into the 3rd base. Very good posturing from him. Marine drop in the main, getting out of control. These Adepts a little bit out of the way, and look at this. Great control. Constantly picking up. Protoss needs to just dislodge this front army. If he can't dislodge the front distraction, then Terran can just keep coming in from multiple angles. Oh, the pylon cannon's going to Shrek that drop though. So that drop in the natural does end up getting cleaned up. A few units down here get cleaned up as well as... Oh, it does save those 6 Marines in the main. Wriggle needs to keep this threat alive. The moment that threat's gone, then Void Reaver can really focus on his defense a lot easier. This pylon just barely survived in the natural. At the end of all this, though, more and more probes have been going down. 27 workers in total. Wriggle just finding those angles with those ever-mobile Marines. And Void Reaver really struggling. He's going to try and go out with these shades here, take a look around, see what he's up against. And behind this, Wriggle is just producing 7 Marines and a Marauder at a time. He doesn't have any extra gas. He's got to just go pure Marine. He can't give time for Storm to finish, and he's doing a good job. Storm hasn't started yet. Void Reaver's so pressured, he hasn't found an opportunity to try and go for that Storm upgrade, go for those Archons. And we're just seeing Void Reaver coming out now, though. He wants to punish this. Wriggle does not have so many units left anymore, but he's continuing to do the damage, continuing to be annoying. Is this going to drop? No, it looks like it's time for him to just go home. He's still got Widow Mines outside the base. Void Reaver, though, has been slowed down immensely. And we're seeing many more units coming out for Wriggle. More and more medevacs on the way. Let's check that gas count. I don't know how to. Is there a button to see the thing? I don't even know. If anyone knows how to use this interface, let me know. I'll actually learn that hotkey one day, so that I can check how much gas. But the gas there can't be a lot left in the main base. Probably only about another 800 gas on each gas, guys, or like 1,000 gas, something like that. So Wriggle's going to be, his gas units are more and more valuable as time goes on. He's got medevacs producing for now. He's got occasional Widow Mine and occasional Marauder. But that's only for a limited time. These units don't last forever. He's got to get the damage done with his Marines, and he's got to start mass expanding. Here we go, yep. There we go. Beautiful, huge Marine drop in the back of the main base. Dropping here as well with just a small drop, just to distract. Does get cleaned up, but in the main base, causing so much damage. He's going to be able to focus down. Oh, yep, he realizes he's got to get rid of that Templar Archives. He's like, Archons and Storm are going to be my death. Oh, Marines. Oh, luring the Widow Mine shots, getting so many Zealot kills. Marines in the main, depowering everything. He's going to try and stop 2-2 from upgrading. Looks like he is going to stop the +2 attack from finishing. Wriggle is on fire right now. Going to boost these medevacs out. More and more Marines at the front. He's just all over the place. Void Reaver is struggling to keep up with this heavy Marine-focused play. Wriggle realizing, oh, there we go. He finds the High Templar. Actually, Storm is finished. I didn't even realize it. But only 1 High Templar left. That Marine snipe was so worthwhile. As time goes on, these Marines are worth less and less, so he can afford to just throw them away. He can afford to come in from all these different angles. As long as Wriggle keeps on expanding behind this, he can afford to do this as long as he's killing workers, as long as he's killing those valuable tech units like the High Templar. And here comes the big push across the map. Wriggle's going to make it happen. 2 gas only. That's all Terran needs, man. Barely even a handicap in this matchup. He's just going to push on across and make this work. I'm still exceptionally impressed that he is making this work with such a Marine-heavy composition, really adjusting to the challenge and coming in from so many different angles. He's at 200 supply right now, continuing to drop here. This drop not going to get as much done. Oh, might actually kill those Stalkers. And he's actually dropping the other drop on top of it as well. Oh my god, he's actually causing quite a bit of chaos here. At the same time, pushing in on the south side. So I was slightly late to that one. Does get a lot of his Marines sectioned off by Force Field. But Void Reaver, remember, he hasn't rebuilt that High Templar Archives. He doesn't have the Storm available anymore. He's got, what, 1 High Templar with 2 Storms. That is it. These units just rallying into their death. Wriggle getting a bit cavalier right now, just throwing his units away. He's got that Planetary going up on the 4th. More and more Marines making their way down this map. Uh-oh, more High Templar are out. Where's the Templar Archives? There we go. Templar Archives is back up. He's got more High Templar. This could spell the doom of Wriggle. I mean, suddenly we see, yeah, Void Reaver's only on 3 base. Yeah, he's down in supply. Yeah, he's way down in army supply. But Storm is the great equalizer. These Marines are not gonna do well against the Storm. We've only got 1-1 upgrades on them against the 1-2 upgrades of Protoss. We've got what'll soon be about 7 Storms on the map. So he's got it multi-pronged. Once again, dropping in the back. More probes going down over and over again. Catching Stalkers down here with this drop. Oh man. Void Reaver. He's so afraid of the army on the front that he can't move up there to defend. Wriggle's Marines trying to stim in there. Those ones not really getting anything done. But the Natural's going down. He's losing the pylons there. The Nexus is starting to take a lot of damage. And there's going to be a drop hitting the main at the same time. This is just great play from Wriggle, trying to pull Void Reaver into his spread at the front. His army at the front actually is not big enough to hold this. He's got so many units dropping everywhere. But, oh, the storms are just wasted. Void Reaver's so afraid. He doesn't know what's out here. He doesn't realize it's such a small army. Most of the army's inside his base, killing everything as it warps in. That drop, oh my god, he just does the pickup and move it over slightly. These Widow Mines have killed so many units this game, they just keep on getting the damage done. Wriggle coming in with the endless stream of Marines right now. More and more Marines and Widow Mines working their way across the map. So many of them just walking into a slaughterhouse. But a slaughterhouse is fine as long as you can just throw more units wave after wave. And with no natural anymore, only 29 probes. I mean, we've got a good army supply size, 95 army, but he finally pulls this whole army back into the main to clean this up. Eventually cleans it, and here comes another wave. This is just relentless. Endless slow pushing from Wriggle. He's going to send a drop into the natural, and he's going to just unload that there. Oh, it's just out of sight. Void Reaver has no idea. And that's going to run straight into his army, though. That's not going to do well. At the same time, though, units running into the third. More units rallying to their death over here. Wriggle, though, getting into the third. And this is where the real damage happens. Trying to focus down this High Templar. Is he going to get it? Is he going to... Oh, he gets a High Templar there for a handful of Marines. He's got more Marines in the main base. The Robo starting to be focused down. Void Reaver being forced to spread more and more right now. And Wriggle just constantly poking in from every side. Treating his units like the expendable little Terran units that they are. No one cares about your average Marines. Being a Marine is pretty much the worst unit you could possibly be in StarCraft, because you're just going to get thrown to your death 95% of the time, and the only thing you get in return is a ride with a cute medevac pilot who heals you with green beams of healing. Void Reaver's just getting crushed, man. I feel bad for him. I feel bad. I've played many games like this as Protoss, where there's just like a Terran player, and they're always where you're not. You're always just slightly not ready for them. Look at that. He doesn't even care about saving the Marines. Almost gets that High Templar. So damn close. Does get the medevacs on out of there. And there's just no way for Void Reaver to replace his units right now. He's on... Let's check the income tab. We see only about 900 minerals a minute versus 2,000. Wriggle just going to stim his units in again. Oh, these probes he cannot afford to replace. Down to only 14 workers right now. And even the Nexus, is it going to go down? I think, oh man, he's just focusing probes. Down to 12 workers. Wriggle continuing to rally. There's a Warp Prism up here. Oh, Single Adept doing a nice job, actually. Going to be killing a bunch of workers. The Marines are going to put an end to that. And it looks like it's time for the desperate last push of Void Reaver. We're going to see I think we're going to see a storm. We got to see a storm. Whoa. The storm actually went directly between almost all of the Marines. Unfortunate miss there for Void Reaver. And we see more Marines and Marauders. Wriggle continuing to drop, knowing that multi-prong is the answer to the storm conundrum. There's only about one storm left in this army. So this army really is not that strong. More Adepts coming in to try and distract and pull Wriggle apart. Oh, look at this though. Wriggle constantly got these little squads of units all over the map. He's got another drop going into the main. That's going to be doing damage. And Void Reaver, I mean, what's he down to? He's got no High Templar left. Just 28 Adepts, 4 Immortals, and 2 Sentries and 2 Stalkers. That's not a very big army. And Wriggle continuing to run in here. Oh man, he's going to focus that down, isn't he? This Marauder's going to get it. Oh my god. Oh, it just barely survives with a sliver of life. At the same time, these Adepts up here, they're actually doing some really nice damage. Void Reaver has killed 18 workers, actually doing a lot of hurt on Wriggle's economy. Of course, Wriggle's killed 80 probes this game, so he's still up in that regard. But his army supply is actually looking quite weak right now. If there was any storm left, he would be in huge trouble. Oh, another drop coming in though. He finally gets the last mining nexus. He's coming in from behind here, and without storm to back this up. And oh, Void Reaver's just clicking on the planetary. The Marines coming in from behind, and half the Protoss army's dead before it even starts to engage the units. That planetary doing a lot of splash and absorbing so much damage. This army of Void Reaver getting cleaned up in decisive fashion. He's finally got one new Nexus up, but he's only got 9 probes to mine off it with. His last units are being cornered. All he's got is the Warp Prism with the 2 Immortals alive. I think we've got 3 High Templar somewhere. No, the High Templar were walking through the Widow Mine. Oh, man. And this Marine as well. Wriggle just catching every single stray High Templar on this map. And Void Reaver is getting overwhelmed, man. Keep in mind, still no gases there. Still no gases there. The gases in the main have mined out. Gas is completely gone at this point for Wriggle. He cannot replace the medevacs. He cannot replace the Marauders. He cannot replace the Widow Mines. All he can build is Marines and SCVs. That's all he's allowed to build. So he's won in the nick of time. I think if Void Reaver managed to weather the storm for just another few minutes, things would have started to turn around. If this medevac count got whittled down, he wouldn't have been able to replace them. He would have been on pure Marine SCV, and I think we know how that looks against Storm Archon. And GG! Well played to Captain Regulinium. GG. Alright, that was pretty sick. Those are some really good games. So big shout outs to you guys who did submit those, of course. That was The Wagon Door, Eon Blue, and Regulinium. Thank you very much. So yeah, thank you very much, guys, who did submit that. We don't really have question time today because that's pretty much it. I think this is a really good first week of iCast your freaking awesome replays. That was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. Good games. Good games. Yeah, next week's challenge, please, everyone, hop on ladder and play the challenge. The next one is you're only allowed to attack when you have over 90 workers. If you want to send the replays through, check out what Nightbot's spamming in chat. It's eonblue95@gmail.com. So if you're on YouTube, I am going to actually put that either on an annotation or at the top of the comments section as well. I'm actually going to remember to do that so you guys know where to send your replay submissions. And please send the replays as an attachment. Don't send it just as a link to GG Tracker or something, because sometimes those websites go down. It just creates extra problems. So if you can actually just grab the replay file. If you're wondering how to do that, let's quickly show you very quickly. So let's go back to just your regular menu. Let's grab, okay, recent game. So what you want to do is I want to say poo. So I want to send my poo replay to someone. So I rename that. I go right click, rename, right poo. And then we go show in folder. And that will, you guys can't see on the screen, but it just opened up a folder, highlighted the file. So that should be super easy for you guys to do as well. Just in case anyone wasn't sure how to do that. Just 90 workers, just 90 workers active. So 90 workers alive. So you need to actually have 90 workers. So you're only allowed to defend it till then. So you can start to like just take heaps of bases. You can kind of hold the middle of the map, but you can't attack them. So and yes, sitting right outside their base, having them completely contained on 2 bases with tanks, that counts as attacking. Other than that, I'll leave it down to your own interpretation. As long as it's a fun game, it doesn't have to be a win. You can try playing against someone else who also does the same challenge and submit that replay, or you can just play it against other people on ladder who have no idea, and that's also a lot of fun. So thank you so much, guys. Please submit some replays. If you've got any questions or anything, shout them out in chat. I do want to say a big thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe the video, and of course, don't forget to hug a cactus, lick a walrus, and punch a watermelon to the moon. That's all for now, guys. Goodbye and good night. I'll catch you guys next time.